commercials, they don't know, no scars, bad fingernails, make sure you've got your fingernails, no scars in your hands, you know. Then they might give you a scenario, which you, if you always arrive early, which is very important, whether you're a performer, whether you're a cameraman, always arrive early, because people hate lateness, you know. And you get a chance to look at what you have to do. You do a scenario, they say, thanks very much, you go. You don't say like another interview, like for an office show, when am I going to hear, you know, are you going to ring me, are you going to text me, are you going to call my agent? You just go, and you forget about it, if you can. Unfortunately, you know, the phone rings and they go, oh, you've got a recall, which is the second interview. And then they call you back again. And when they call me back again, I then might meet the mom, or the potential mom, and the potential boy who's going to be in the commercial. So we all three do this scenario of what I was given first time. Again, it's all about what you look like in a commercial. So what did I do? I wore the exact same clothes I wore last time, the next time around. You see what I mean? And this time, the actual director for the commercial was there. So he was there, and we were there chatting and stuff, and we'd done the scenario, and then we left. I got the job, fortunately, but when I got the job, the woman and the boy what I done the process with were not the actual boy and mom what I done the interview with. But they matched, you know what I mean? For example, you know, they may have a young man with blondish hair or a lady with dark hair. They make sure that the boy or the girl in the bed has that similar look, similar eyes. So, because people who are finicky in commercials, so they might go, oh, I can't believe that's his mom, or, you know, whatever scenario. So that's what they do. For TV, if it's EastEnders, Holby City, Casualty, there is more of a kind of variety. You know, they may see an Asian guy, they may see a black guy, they may see a white guy. You know, they may just have the role open, unless it's specifically playing a family part or whatever. And when you go to the casting for those, again, you get the email with your sides, scripts. You know, it's good to go in there and learn. You know, because what they're trying to see, they don't want you behind the paper reading the script like this. They want to see your face and how natural you can be. And also, they want to see how quick you can be. Because TV, especially if it's a series, what comes out every week, they just want to churn you out, and they give you, surprisingly, very, very little direction. They just want to know that you can hit your mark, do it, move on. Especially if you're playing like a small character. If you're playing a featured character, that's when the director will talk to you more. You know, the actual director. And then once he talks to you, he will sit behind the monitor, watch his screen, and see how you look on and the whole shape of the casting and the blocking and stuff. The assistant director, the first assistant director, the first AD, he is the one what will call the shots and tell everyone what to do, everyone to be on their marks, everyone to go where, etc. etc. The second AD is trying to get the first AD's job, the first AD is trying to get the director's job, so they all work in tandem with each other, and then it goes right down to a runner, you know? So in TV, especially in the soaps, they should probably shoot, EastEnders and the Casualty, they shoot with 3 cameras. So there will be a camera there, a camera there, a camera there. They go action, and you do your thing. Unless you're a regular character in there every week, they don't give you as much direction as those, because they're more concentrated. They're the real storytellers of the whole series, of the whole program, of the whole episode. Not saying that your character's not important, you know? With an extras part now, they tend to have people from all walks of life who might be on holiday, just do it for a bit of extra income, who might be unemployed and want to just get into a bit of experience in TV and just like the fact that they can do it. So they have specific agencies for walk-ons who get rung up, and then they come in and say, oh, we're available 4 or 5 days, and they might play a patient, they might play this, they might play that, you know. So they have regular turnover of those people. And if you watch EastEnders as well, you might see some characters in EastEnders who have been in there for years, and they keep on sitting in that pub, and they see them in the laundrette, and, you know, on the market store with Ian Beale or whatever, you know, and same in Coronation Street, you know. But there's some people who just are extras, and they don't want to be actors. They just want to do extra work, which is fine. If you're playing more than 1 episode, again, in a TV program, and the bigger the storyline, the better, is, again, you get more and more direction from the director. You know, you probably will meet for an hour before and you'll have a chat, you know, about stuff. And also, if you're carrying anything, you know, or you've got anything attached to you, you know, I mean, again, you are spoken to about that and stuff. And when I played the police officer, for legal reasons, they don't give me my badges with my numbers on until we're ready to roll. Once we get a rehearsal or two, and they're happy with rehearsal, you know, they go for a take. You know, as an actor with experience now, I'm confident to say, oh, I'm not happy with that take, can I do one more? And they goes, okay, one more. You know. In film, you do what you call a screen test. But before the screen test, you might just read a script cold in a little coffee bar or a room with someone, and that's when the real acting kicks in. You know, you have more time, you have to consider your part a bit more, you have to be more connected and more, and I would say more truthful and giving more conviction to your part than on TV. Not saying that you don't have to do your work, but in film, you have more time to actually delve in, and it's in film where you get a lot of rehearsals. Some films, some big feature films, like Rock and Roller and stuff, they probably rehearsed for about a week without any cameras, you know, to get what they wanted to a certain level, you know, especially if you're out on location and stuff. Any questions so far? No? Okay.
Are you sure? Yeah.
So, as an actor, in the final year at drama school, you do what you call a showcase, and you get your pictures done, and your CVs done, and you work on a showcase where you do a monologue or a duologue, and you present it in front of a room full of casting directors, writers, agents, producers, because everyone in the business is trying to find the next best thing, you know, the next Denzel Washington, or the next Lenny Henry, or the next Tom Hanks, or the next Shane Ritchie, whoever you like, or the next David Tennant. You know, everyone's trying to find that. And when you're new, you have a lot more interest from people, because they don't know what you're about, they don't know what you like. I mean, you know, if you're good and they like you, you will work. And also, what's there are agents. And agents, to some people, are good, and agents to some people are not so good. A way in which an agent is good is that it's another pair of eyes, another pair of hands, another pair of ears on the phone talking about you and trying to sell you, because they take you on their books because they believe they can make money out of you. You know, they see you as a commodity, you know, as well as a person, as well as an actor. So they take you on their books, and it's also good for me to be with an agent who doesn't necessarily have so much people like me, you know, on the books, which then means that they will be pushing me forward for more and more stuff. So then they send me to the audition, where I go through the casting process, and it's for me as an actor to do my preparation, to do my homework. Like as a cinematographer, we'll sit with the director and do the shot list from the storyboard and stuff. Me as an actor, I have to go home and do my homework, because A, I'm representing myself and I'm only good as my last job. B, I have an agent who has a reputation, and she believes and has trust in me that I will do my best in the audition. And C, it's my job, and I want the job. So, an agent for a commercial will probably take 10 to 15% of my payday. Same for TV, same for film. Radio will be 8 to 10%, and theatre will be 8 to 10%, because it's not as well paid. Spotlight is a booklet, it's like a catalogue, where every professional actor in the land is in that book. You know, so you could look in Spotlight, or you could ring Spotlight and say, oh, I'm looking for Neil Reidman, can you tell me who represents Neil Reidman? And they will go, oh yes, and they go, and they go, oh, he's represented by this person, and you find the number, and you ring the person. You know, and you say, oh, hi, my name's Dan Brown from Think Tank Corporation. I'm just about to embark on shooting my first feature called Night and Day, and I'm looking for to see the availability of Neil from the 17th of January to the 29th of January for the role of a policeman in a feature. That's how the conversation goes. You wouldn't necessarily do that. You probably have an assistant to do that. You know, after you've had a meeting about what characters you're looking at, you know, and you make your own breakdown, you've submitted it online to Spotlight, because Spotlight have an online service which emails a breakdown of all the characters and stuff, what they're looking for from all the programs to the agents. And the agents would, again, online, send your photograph and CV, and then you guys cipher through this stuff to choose whichever ones you want. And then you move from there. A book lit of about 150 pages is a book that all you guys should get. And it's called Contacts. I can give you Spotlight's number actually.
Is it free to use?